Thank you. There's no doubt about that. I think we're coming into our own. The Constitution of Kenya 2010 is progressive and decisive in that sense. What it does, for a long time, we received an independence constitution, which basically contained what I call a virus, a modernist virus, which sort of infused everything within it, that told us everything modern was good, everything traditional was bad, and therefore our aim as a nation was to sanitize ourselves through this very difficult process of modernization, and then we'll become a nation through modernization. I think the 2010 Constitution sort of decolonizes that discourse and tells us that no, our aim as a country is not to be, you know, a mini United Kingdom or a mini Scotland. Our aim as a nation is to become organically a Kenyan country. So some of that which we always did as traditional is rational and good and progressive, and we must keep doing it. And that is why we retained, you know, Article 11, a very progressive article that tells us that as a Kenya, we pride ourselves in our diversity, we pride ourselves in our culture, and we believe that we are building a culture that is Kenyan. From our many diversities, we will keep those Kenyan diverse cultures, but we'll also build a culture that is Kenyan. And then we also retained our right to culture in Article 44 of the Constitution. So what we see in the Constitution of Kenya 2010 is a move by Kenyans to say, we will no longer consider that which was traditional as irrational. We will consider it as rational in as long as it fits within the confines. So in that way, we are really decolonizing the African justice systems. We are saying maybe we shouldn't have given up our African justice systems just because we were told they are bad and they are backward and so forth. We need to go back and mine the gems that we can find in that system, and we keep that which is good, while as we organically grow as a nation.
And Jerry, talk to me about then the training level here of stakeholders, including, for example, the chiefs and the police officers on the alternative justice system. How much knowledge have they been impacted with, if need be, and the facilitation of the process for that matter in the delivery of justice?
Actually, that I would not know. But
okay, yes, then Prof can take that up. No problem.
I think that's something more.
Yes, I thought you were being very unfair to Njeri.
That's more his line.
Yes, that is my question. Yes, so I do chair the National Steering Committee for the Alternative Justice Systems in the judiciary. So you'd recall that the duty bearer for promoting alternative justice is the judiciary in our constitution. And I believe that was very intentional and advertent. And that is why the judiciary, as a result, formed a task force that came up with the AJS policy, and then now a steering committee, which I'm privileged to chair. And our aim is, that's why I gave the, you know, the date of 2028 as the final date, because our aim is by 2028, every Kenyan must know about the alternative justice system, and every duty bearer and stakeholder who needs to be trained on alternative justice systems and alternative dispute resolution would have been trained by then. So we've started the process. We've started training judges and magistrates so that they know where the systems intersect with each other. We've started training prosecutors. We've started training OCSs. We've started training chiefs. We've started training practitioners, AJS, elders, and so forth. But we are using the court users committees as the nodal points for these sensitizations and trainings and so forth. And our aim is that in 5 years we would have done everybody that needs to have been trained. So as a result, let me just say that my committee is multisectoral. Everybody in the justice system is represented in the committee. So we have a representative from the National Police Service as well. We have a representatives from the National administration,
Yeah.
what we used to call provincial administration. That's Ministry of Interior. We have someone from probation, courts, everybody that really should be in the justice system is represented in my committee, so that we can take basically a panoramic view of who we need to train and what knowledge we need to impart, who do we need to sensitize, and so forth.
Okay. Njeri, then herein comes the... you had a point?